What's up, guys? I'm back with another video for you guys today. So I've been meaning to do this video for like the longest of time, but I never did it at all for some weird reason. Hold on a second. For some weird reason, right? So in all honesty, right, when you join the military, your life is going to change in so many ways that at first you're not really going to believe it, right? You know, you go through MEPS, then you go through reception, then you go through basic, then you go through AIT. Like me, I went through airborne school, so I had a little extra schooling, and all that, right? You're gonna travel to new locations, different places, and stuff like that, right? The one thing, no, actually, there's a couple things I recommend. I recommend one, wherever like you're from, leave that stuff at home, bro. Like, leave it home. Like, if you're coming from the hood, leave that home. Like, do not bring that crap with you. That's the fastest way to cause issues and whatnot. 2, remember, first impression is everything. So the best thing you want to do is be on your best behavior and act accordingly, right? What else? Third, I say like, once you get through basic AIT and you get to your first duty station, learn as much as you can about your job, because your job at some point in time is going to change the way they do things from time to time. That regulations and all that stuff. So for example, I'm a 92 Yankee supply specialist. So there you have these forms: DA PAM 710-2. No, my fault, excuse me. You had AR 710-2. You had DA PAM 710-2-1, and you also got AR 735-5, right? So they recently, like actually a while ago, they just changed the regulation from DA PAM 710-2-1. Now it's AR 710-4. All right, so like, be mindful on regulation, specifically regulation, because regulation constantly changes. So I would keep that in mind, like really learn your regulations, so that way if stuff was to happen, you can immediately reference the regulation and you'll be straight, you'll be fine, right? I'll say the biggest thing, your perspective on life is going to change so much, because think about it, bro. You're out your house, you're away from your family, you're away from your parents, you're away from home. Now your mind is more open to different places, different experiences, different people, right? Because you're gonna meet people from all kinds of places and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a crazy experience. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've met the British, I've met the Italians, I've been to Poland, I've trained with the Polish military, all that stuff, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people from different cultures, different places you meet, and you're like, dang, I'm actually doing this right now. You feel me? So it's like, it's a crazy experience. It's a crazy experience as a whole. Like, you know, I've been all over the place, to be honest with you. I've been all over the place. But I don't regret joining the military. I don't regret it at all. Sure, you're gonna work with people you probably not gonna like, let alone get along with, but you just gotta honestly suck it up, because that's just life. You're gonna work with people that you don't want to work with. All right, it is what it is. Just, sorry, something is in my eye. Give me a second. Oh my god. Whew. yeah, but other than I met nothing but fantastic people. Yes, there are a couple people I did not like working with, and I hope to never work with them again. To be honest, like I'm gonna just stand on that for real. Um, I will say dating while in the military is complicated. It's very complicated, but you know that's life too. So it is what it is, man. Uh, when I joined, I didn't know what to think. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know. All I know is that I was doing what I was told. I didn't know, and then I ended up in Bragg for 3.5 years, and I'll say that experience was great. Like I'm on my own, bro. Like my first thought was like, dang, now that I'm on my own, I don't have my parents. Like, what can I actually do, right? Mind you, I was what? How old was I? I joined at 18, and then during basic, I turned 19, and then after a while, I turned 20. Um, I couldn't really go nowhere because you had to be at the age of 21 in order to go into like certain places and stuff. But man, once I turned 21, I was able to go anywhere, and man, I had the time of my life. I went to clubs. Yes, I ain't gonna hold you. I did go to a strip club, and I that was an amazing experience as a whole. That was my first time going to a strip club at the time, um, and all that. So, uh, I don't know, man. It's just like I got old pictures to from basic to now. I'll show that at the end of this video, to be honest. But other than that, man, like what I will say is that you're gonna have to learn how to mature, and I mean mature quick, real quick, because you got people. Um, I don't know. I think people join the army to get away from home. I don't think they join the army necessarily for themselves. Me, I joined the army for school and personal growth, and I say I've grown a lot, considering the fact if I go back to my old videos and I look at the person I used to be and I look at myself now, I would say I've matured a significant amount. I am nowhere perfect. I will admit to that. I'm not a perfect person, but you know, I do my best to be the best person I could possibly be. Man, and some of the people that I've met along the way are like lifelong friends, and I'm still friends with them till this day. So, um, what I will say, what I will say is like when you get your barracks room, check everything. Check to see what is broken, what is not. If there's a website called Arma, put Arma Army login. Once you get your computer access, log into that. Put in your address. Um, that way you can put in work orders to get like stuff in your room fixed. It could be lights, it could be electrical, fridge, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I recommend looking into that when you get to your first duty station, because you got people that get barracks rooms and the barracks rooms are just flat out disgusting and it's shitty, right? And you're going to be living at this place for a significant amount of time. So make sure you're like, when you live in the barracks, you're actually living comfortably, not straight shit. You know what I'm saying? Do I miss my family? Absolutely. I miss my family very much. But also at the same time, they understand like I have a career to focus on, and that's what they want me to focus on. I call them frequently enough to make sure everything's straight back at home, and they said things are straight. I'm like, cool. You know, I'm like, cool. But I'll tell you this: if you're gonna be in the military, it's best if you just focus on yourself, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Still, like, if you want to date, knock yourself out. But me personally, I'm more focused on myself, if anything, because it's like, I'm the type of person, I don't have time for games, man. I've been cheated on, I've been ghosted, and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not that guy. You know what I'm not that type of person, bro. And if you are dating someone before you join, make sure like you guys are rock solid, like nothing's gonna happen. Like build that trust to where you know full damn well, like you're 100% sure, like no one's gonna do stuff behind your back, bro. Like be absolutely sure. Like I ain't gonna ho- I ain't I'm not gonna lie, two of my ex-girlfriends joined the army too. Two of my exes joined the army too. So yeah, man. I mean, I've inspired a lot of people to join because they seen how much I've grown as a person and my maturity level, um, and all that stuff. So everybody be asking me about the duty stations I be at. I'm going like, bro, I'm living my best life. Don't get me wrong. I'm making sure to do the right thing and all that stuff, but I'm still gonna live my best life. You know, you only have one life. Might as well make the most of it, right? So don't think you're gonna join the army and it's all like you're just chilling. Nah, bro, you're gonna work. You're gonna work. You're gonna be pulling like 24-hour shifts, staff duty, CQ, all that stuff. I kid you not, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you, and I'm not even gonna lie about it. You're gonna be pulling shifts, bro. When you join this, like you join you when you to me, if you join the army, you're basically an adult at that point. So I recommend make sure like you're mentally mature enough to go like, I ain't gonna let what this person's saying bother me. I'm gonna just keep moving, type stuff, man. I don't know, man. Like, join with your head straight. And also, before you join, do research. Do research on your MOS. Do research on what job you want. Actually, honestly, I recommend get a job that you know you can come out the army with. Please. I know plenty of people that is in the army right now, and they don't like their jobs. They regret their jobs because they can't do anything on the outside of the army. My job as a 19 Yankee supply specialist, I can get out and do any job that involves logistics, which is almost about everything, right? So just heed my words, heed my advice when you watch this video. This video will definitely for sure benefit you in the long. You guys will be grateful that you watched this video because I'm giving you guys like personal military advice and some of my experience as a whole. So I just want to make it absolutely clear. When you join this shit, just be focused on your career and make sure the job you have, make sure the job that you have that is something that you like, but also, you know, you'll be able to get out with it if you decide to leave the army. All right. But without further ado, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and I hope y'all have a very, very blessed day. Peace.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going up, going up. We're going up, going up. We're going up, going up. We're going up. We don't get no fucks. You know we tough. We never been bluffed. You know we stuck in the middle, cuz